Hi, my name is Paul. This is in response to Dan Brown's video about profanity. And Dan, I want to say something here. I remember hearing, before you were even born, that is to say over 20 years ago, a news radio program. They interviewed a professor, UCLA or USC or one of those universities in Southern California, who they refer to him as someone who swears by swearing. One of the things that he said was that one of the most important uses for profanity is the relieving of tension. Okay? You're banging away on a hammer, hammering a nail in. You bang your thumb. Damn, that hurts. Okay? If you're not used to saying profanity, that's good. That works. It relieves the tension. It gets rid of the anger you have. Okay? You start using profanity all the time, okay? You start to cheapen and reduce the value of the words you use. So as a result, you can bang your hammer and then instead of one good, oh, damn, that hurts, 12 dozen screaming aren't enough for you to get rid of the anger you got from banging your thumb. And that goes right along with what you're saying, in that one of the uses of profanity is quite clearly to relieve tension. Also, and I agree with your point, and you're correct, what is considered obscene or what isn't considered obscene or profane is strictly arbitrary. It's what we think shouldn't be said. There is a story I've read in which the word bleep becomes offensive and people use the word bleep in the same way that we would use some of the profane words we use ourselves. When it is used correctly, that is to say, when it is appropriately put in for the purpose of either relieving tension or it's written dramatically into a story such that it works correctly under the circumstances, then it can be much more powerful and make the story work better than if someone just simply says an ordinary word rather than using the profanity. So there are cases where it will work better than without it, such as the last line Rhett Butler says in Gone with the Wind. It works better the way he said it. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. It works better than if he had said, frankly, my dear, I just don't care, which is what they were going to have to use. In fact, they had to pay a fine to be allowed to use it. But it worked better under the circumstances. Anyway, again, my name is Paul. That's my opinion, and thank you for watching. This is on Dan Brown's forking video about, let's say, pornography. This is about Dan Brown's forking video on profanity. Well, screw it, I don't know. Script into it.
Email paul@paul-robinson.us.